Good evening, everybody. My name is Ria Kansra, and I am a senior at Shrewsbury High School. I am a member of the SHS Speech and Debate team, and I will be attending New York University this fall, majoring in biology and minoring in gender studies. I would like to welcome you to the first and soon-to-be annual World Language Awards Night and National Honor Society's induction ceremony. I'd like to give a special thank you to Dr. Jane Lazat, Assistant Superintendent of Community Partnerships and Wellbeing, for arranging our guest speaker for tonight. Since graduating from SHS in 2016, Elena has developed a unique international real estate background, with most recent experience in Paris and London. Elena spent the last 5 years studying and working abroad, where she attained invaluable cross-cultural skills, speaking both French and English fluently. After graduating with a BSc from the American University of Paris, Elena moved to London to pursue international real estate sales, most frequently communicating in French with clients. Elena has most recently pivoted to real estate sales in Boston, where she hopes to continue to pursue new languages and navigate cross-cultural communication and collaboration. Without further ado, please join me in welcoming Elena Durkee, SHS class of 2016.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Believe it or not, this is actually my first time back at SHS since I graduated, so I'm super excited to be here. I don't see many familiar faces, but I have terrible eyes, so I'm sorry. I was asked to talk today a little bit about how learning a language has so far shaped my life, opened doors to new places, opportunities, and cultures, and I was so beyond excited to speak to that because, in short, my journey with language at SHS began in the 5th grade, and since then, my entire life trajectory has changed because of it. It didn't take me long to decide that I wanted to have an international job in some capacity after starting French in school, and it definitely didn't take me long to realize that I belonged in Paris after having started French in school. And I don't think it took those around me long to notice either. I started adopting this sort of French style. I would wear French trench coats and crazy colors on the weekends, and I even went so far as to wear 5-inch nude heels to the Natick Mall on the weekends. So if any of you guys have done the same, I quite literally feel your pain. But basically the only things that I weren't doing back then were bringing baguettes to school and wearing berets. So it couldn't have been more obvious that I was adopting this sort of French style, and I don't think that would have happened if I didn't have exposure to French language and culture at such an early age throughout middle school and high school. You guys are all extremely lucky to have teachers that very accurately convey how exciting it is to learn about new languages and cultures. They really pull out all the stops in terms of bringing the culture to the classroom, and they really bridge the gap between learning and experiencing. And I was even fortunate enough to have taken a trip to France with my class in high school, and it definitely solidified my desire to go on and to continue my education there. So, to no one's surprise, I ended up studying in Paris. I did my undergrad there. And I found that there were 2 types of people that came to Paris. There were those that arrived with a sense of optimism and vulnerability. They embraced and appreciated a culture that was different from theirs, but at the same time, really trying to learn and immerse themselves within the culture. And then there were those that traveled abroad with the experience, or the expectation of the experience being sort of completely seamless and expecting the culture to adapt to their needs and for it to be a very easy experience. It's not supposed to feel like America when you're traveling abroad, and that's kind of the point. But people tend to fear things that they don't understand, and that's completely normal. We tend to feel very uncomfortable in places where the culture may be very unfamiliar to us and where the people don't necessarily look, act, or dress like us. But my advice for you guys venturing off and beginning your college career soon, I know some of you sooner than others, don't be that person. I encourage you all to completely immerse yourselves in other cultures and other languages, and to travel as much as you possibly can. And when you're traveling, really try to fully immerse yourselves in the culture, but obviously only to the extent that feels comfortable to you, and you'll know what that means when the time comes. Speak to locals. Try to learn about anything and everything that you can, because any new perspective is a new way of looking at the world, and using language is the best way to bridge that. And cross-cultural communication and effective cross-cultural communication is really the key and is going to be the future of our world, and I'm sure you guys experience that already every single day. And even if you aren't fluent in a language, that's okay. You'll get a lot farther and you'll have a lot more fun trying than if you didn't try. And you'll meet way cooler people through cultural immersion, and I promise you that the stories and experiences that you'll bring home will be exponentially better. So I'm going to quickly fast forward to my junior year of college in Paris. I was applying for my dream job in real estate investment banking. I got the interview, but during that interview, I was told that I didn't have any real estate experience and that I likely would not get the job. So to put it in perspective, the only job experience I had at that time was making burrito bowls at the Chipotle in Westboro. And here I was trying to get a job in investment banking in one of the most prestigious cities in the world. My normal resume didn't have anything on it that allowed me to stand out from others aside from one thing, and that was language. And when I was told that I wouldn't get the job, given my lack of experience, true story, I gave a whole spiel about how I would work really hard and how I didn't care about the hours and blah, blah, blah. But I left him with, je parle français. And the interview finished, and about a week later, I found out that I got the job. And what stood me out from over 500 applicants that year was my ability to speak French. I guess they needed a native English speaker that could speak French and help with deals in France. They hired 4 people that year. And looking back now, I realized that just having learned French opened some of the biggest doors in my life, and I wouldn't be the person that I am today without my French. And I know it almost sounds crazy to you all right now, and I get that, but if you allow yourselves to embrace other cultures and new languages and do what I like to call get comfortable being uncomfortable in new cultures and new countries, I promise you, you will not regret it. You'll start to become a world citizen and an invaluable asset to any university, to any company, but most importantly, you will grow and you will separate yourselves from your peers. In my experience, having lived and worked abroad now, and having my language skills, I not only wouldn't be the person that I am today without my French, but having a second language under my belt has really been the key for me in having myself stand out from others in my career so far. And I remember sitting where you are today and sort of feeling like I had an idea of what I wanted to do, but I still felt so much uncertainty about the future and where I was going to be and what I wanted to do, etc., etc. And I just remember feeling so bogged down by the stress of what college I was going to and where I was going to be in 2 years or 3 years. But I promise you that it'll work out exactly the way that it's supposed to, and you guys will be extremely happy. And each and every single one of you are set up on an absolutely amazing path, and I don't doubt that for a second. I'm so excited for all of you. You guys have the entire world to look forward to. And what I wish I had someone say to me 6 years ago now is to travel, to learn about other cultures, and to have as many experiences as you possibly can, but most importantly, to not forget to have fun while you're doing it. So congratulations to all of you on your amazing, amazing achievements, and thank you again for having me.
Thank you so much, Elena. That was a lovely speech. Now to switch gears, I'd like to talk about Mr. Almeida. Kenneth Almeida is Director of World Languages for the Shrewsbury Public Schools. He has been in the district since 2007, and his hobbies include cooking, traveling to the Azores Islands, and spending time with his wife and children. Also known as Senor Almeida to his Spanish students and Professor Kenneth to his Portuguese students, Mr. Almeida is a graduate of the University of Massachusetts, Dartmouth, with a Bachelor's of Science degree in Finance. He worked as a mutual accountant and corporate accountant for S&P 500 companies for several years. In 2001, he met his wife, a Portuguese teacher on an exchange program, who inspired him to change careers to what he had originally intended to do, teaching languages. He spent through the complicated process of transitioning from the private sector to public education and graduated in 2013 with a Master's of Arts in Spanish from Worcester State University. Please welcome Mr., Senor, and Professor Kenneth Almeida.
Thank you, Rhea. When I envisioned having this ceremony, I automatically thought Rhea would do the perfect job and that she's a great orator. Except she forgot to flip the pages, so. Good evening, parents, faculty, and staff, and most importantly, students. Tonight, we celebrate your great accomplishments in studying world languages, as well as your skills in multilingualism. As a first-generation Portuguese American, but I like to say Azorean American, oftentimes I did not consider myself talented. I lacked the athletic ability to sit in cafeteria B2 at Attleboro High School, where all the popular kids would have their lunch. I wasn't a headbanger or musically talented enough to eat in cafeteria B1. Yeah, we had 3 cafeterias. But I was ethnic enough to eat in cafeteria B3, where all the other Portuguese, Hispanic, and Cambodian kids would eat. Although I loved my culture, I strived for a sense of belonging amongst my mainstream all-American peers. In retrospect, I did not stay true to myself, and it's something that I do regret. In part, this was because speaking another language was not something as accepted or recognized as it is today. I did not realize that I had a talent. Who else would serve as a clandestine medical interpreter of sorts at the age of 14? It was something I had to do, but I don't miss sitting through physical exams with my grandfather and his friends. True story. Talk about awkward moments. My experiences as a teenage interpreter developed in me a sense of empathy towards people who couldn't speak English. It was when I began taking Spanish and Portuguese classes with Senhor Barbosa that I realized what my passion was. Charlemagne said, "To have another language is to possess a second soul." That soul is the empathy with which we form connections to other people and communicate our stories while understanding theirs. A lot has changed in our world since my days at Attleboro High School. My alma mater is set to open up a new campus this fall. It's going to be a beautiful campus. There will be no more cafeterias B1, B2, or B3, but rather one single cafeteria where students can stay true to themselves and find others to communicate their stories and interpret those of others. One does not need a passport to experience culture. Look at our community here in Shrewsbury. However, in order to fully understand the stories of others and develop a more empathetic society, one needs that second soul alluded to by a leader from the 9th century. You are all here because you have shown the courage, grit, and empathy in being multilingual. Whether you are here because of the Seal of Biliteracy or because you are being inducted into one of our 4 honor societies, your success in language is another bridge that you helped construct in our global world. Keep building those bridges and keep connecting with others, for it is when we understand the stories of others, we can truly make the world a better place. Thank you. Before we begin our ceremony to recognize the confirmed students for the Seal of Biliteracy and Seal with Distinction, I would like to thank Dr. Joseph Sawyer, Miss Amy Clowder, the school committee, and Principal, I have to stop doing that, Principal Todd Bazidlo for their support and recognition of world languages and its place in our portrait of graduate and mission statement. Lastly, I would like to thank the excellent ELL, English, and of course, world language teachers in the district. Your collective efforts have made tonight possible. So if you are a teacher on our team, please rise for a much-deserved round of applause. Congratulations, students, teachers, and families, and thank you all for coming.
Under the Look Act, the Massachusetts Seal of Biliteracy is an official designation that provides recognition of students who demonstrate proficiency in English and at least one other language. In order to qualify for the Seal of Biliteracy, students must meet the grade 10 ELA MCAS requirements by scoring 472 or higher and score intermediate, high, or advanced on the appropriate world language assessment. For the Seal of Biliteracy with Distinction, students must score 501 or above on the grade 10 MCAS and achieve a rating of advanced on the appropriate world language assessment. 129 students from the class of 2022 participated in Shrewsbury High School's first administration of the world language testing for the Seal of Biliteracy. The group of students were either currently enrolled in an Intermediate 5 or AP class, or students whose home language is not English. In total, 34 students qualified for the Seal of Biliteracy at graduation. We will now recognize these amazing students. When you hear your name, please come to the stage to receive your certificate and your honor cord that you can wear at graduation, should you choose to do. Elizabeth Baca, Seal of Biliteracy, Spanish. Arohi Bomik, Seal of Biliteracy, Spanish. Kaya Daniel, Seal of Biliteracy, Spanish. Milena de Souza, Seal of Biliteracy, Portuguese. Aditya Deshpande, Seal of Biliteracy, French. Kathleen Diaz, Seal of Biliteracy, Portuguese. Lina El Bayumi, Seal of Biliteracy, Spanish. Bianca Fontana, Seal of Biliteracy, Portuguese. Deepta Ganesh, Seal of Biliteracy, French, and Seal with Distinction, Tamil. Evan Ginsberg, Seal of Biliteracy, Spanish. Katie Gonzalez, Seal of Biliteracy, Spanish. Harish Gupta, Seal of Biliteracy, Spanish. Dixie Han, Seal of Biliteracy, Chinese. Mark Ingersoll, Seal with Distinction, French. Zainab Irfan, Seal of Biliteracy, French. Rana Karak, Seal of Biliteracy, Arabic. Junyang Lu, Seal with Distinction, Chinese. Alessandra Camila Lujan Centeno, seal with distinction, Spanish. Elizabeth Minosi, seal of biliteracy, Portuguese. Sofia Menyalkin, seal of biliteracy, Spanish. Ariana Michael, seal of biliteracy, Tamil. Srivatsan Mukantaraj, seal with distinction, Tamil. Emma Perugini, seal of biliteracy, Spanish. Hassan Rida, seal of biliteracy, French. Paulo Rocha, seal of biliteracy, Portuguese. Kareem Sheikh, seal of biliteracy, Latin. Kaiki Chamois, seal of biliteracy, Portuguese. Ann Titus, seal of biliteracy, French. Abiram Bentapuri, seal of biliteracy, Spanish. Sandra Vishnu, seal of biliteracy, Spanish. Ai Wang, seal of biliteracy, Chinese. Yoichi Watanabe, seal of biliteracy, Japanese. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the first ever seal of biliteracy confirmed student. The Shrewsbury High School chapter of the National Latin Honor Society is affiliated with the National Junior Classical League. Established in 1936, the NJCL's purpose is to encourage an interest in and an appreciation of the language, literature, and culture of ancient Greece and Rome, and to impart an understanding of the debt of our own culture to that of classical antiquity. The NJCL Latin Honor Society is a special designation given to NJCL students who have demonstrated outstanding academic achievement and citizenship in Latin class. This membership is earned annually based on student performance for students in Level 3 Honors Latin and above. Here to conduct the induction ceremony for the Latin National Honor Society is President Kathleen Power and Vice President Caroline Foley. Handing out the certificates is Chapter Advisor Dr. Heather Thompson.
Good evening. My name is Kathleen Power, and I will be attending Trinity College in the fall.
And my name is Caroline Foley, and I will be attending Sacred Heart University in the fall.
We ask all inductees to stand in a straight line in the pit area below and face the stage, please. In the presence of these witnesses, we ask you the following.
Demonstratis cupidatem discendis linguis antiquis et studentis omnibus de Romanis Graecisque litteris historiae artibus et vitis, praebemus vobis nostrum societatem, respondete si vobis placet meis mandatis.
Voltisne suscepere societatem nostrum, National Latin Honor Society, si volitis dicatis nos volimus.
Policiminine conari augere, scientiam de rebus Romanis Graecisque, si policibimini dicatis, nos policibemur.
Conaminine, esse optimi discipuli et dare exemplum, optimum reliquis discipulus, si conabimi dicatis conabimer.
Magna cum laetitiae et maxima cum laude placet mihi vos in nostrum societatem salvare.
now declare you members of the National Latin Classical League, Latin Honor Society. Please come forward when your name is called to receive your membership certificate. Display this award proudly, for you deserve the recognition and honor that you receive here today. Audience, please hold your applause till all inductees have received their certificates, please. Shankadeep Bera. Okay. Helena Chernosky. Manya Chitrapu. Nicole Deaquino. Riley Flynn. Michaela Foley. Anthony Gao. Krish Gupta. Annie Lee. Shuling Lin. Ronit Patel. Rebecca Powers. Beatrice Millar. Shuniti Ramesh. Vera Ryabova. Anna Rosenkrantz. Zaid Syed. Joseph Yu. And Marla Zaks. Alexia Arthur, sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to the newly inducted members of the National Latin Honor Society. I now call President-elect William Wu to announce the recipients of the honors cords for the class of 2022.
Hey everyone, my name is William Wu and I'm a junior. I would like to ask all senior members of the National Latin Honor Society to come forward to the pit area, face the stage, and wait for your name to be called to receive your honor cord. Please hold your applause till all seniors have received their cords. Megan Adams. Kate Calderwood. Caroline Foley. Sean Gao. Lauren Muraturi. Kathleen Power. Rithika Prasad. Pareen Sheikh. Phoebe Thuid. Yoichi Watanabe, and Hannah Weldak. Please give a round of applause to all our senior members of the class of 2022.
Congratulations once again to all of the National Latin Honor Society inductees. Now to switch gears, we're going to move on to Spanish. The Antoni Gaudí chapter of the Spanish National Honor Society was founded in 2010 by Mr. Almeida and Mrs. Babigian. The chapter is affiliated with the American Association of Teachers of Spanish and Portuguese, whose mission is to promote the study of the Iberian languages. Here to conduct the induction ceremony for the Sociedad Honoraria Hispanica Capítulo Antoni Gaudí is President Kira Marshall and Mr. Evan Sui, chapter advisor, who will be awarding the certificates.
Good evening. My name is Kira Marshall. I will be attending Duke University in the fall. I now ask all inductees to stand in a straight line in the pit area below and face the stage. Miembros, antiguos y nuevos de esta sociedad hispánica, salud. Estamos reunidos aquí para la iniciación de este grupo de estudiantes que ha mostrado y probado un vivo interés en la bella lengua castellana. Esta sociedad honoraria hispánica fue fundada por la Asociación Americana de Maestros de Español y Portugués en 1953 para los estudiantes de las escuelas secundarias norteamericanas. El nombre de este capítulo es Antonio Gaudí. Nuestro tema es Todos a Uno. Nuestros colores son el rojo y el oro. Nuestra insignia y nuestro sello son los de la Madre Estación. Ahora vamos a guardar silencio. Esta es nuestra iniciación, seria y significativa. Escuchen todos con cuidado. Ustedes repetirán juntos el juramento de la sociedad frase por frase. Como miembro del capítulo Antonio Gaudí, prometo dedicarme al estudio de la lengua española con el fin de dominarla algún día, recordando que una lengua puede ser un lazo fuerte entre personas de distintos orígenes, de raza o región, como cuidadano de mi patria. Prometo promover la amistad y el entendimiento entre ella y los otros países del mundo. Esta es mi promesa y mi juramento. Amigos, por la autoridad que me concede la presidencia del capítulo Antonio Gaudí, yo los declaro miembros de este capítulo. Al oír su nombre, suba al escenario para recibir su certificado de membresía. Please hold your applause till all inductees have received their certificates. Advait Baumek, Lara Ayala Borrero, Emily Boucher, Vanessa Fobid, Diksha Gandaraju, Sofia Garcia, Isabel George, Daisy Ginsburg, Isabella Medina Gonzalez, Kurish Gupta, Sunita Kancharla, Swati Kanan, Raghav Kanzaria, Sahiti Kura, Tao Tao Lee, Kenneth Nguyen, Krisha Patel, Anya Piro, Carlos Reyes, Sebastian Salvin, Carolyn Salvamini, Allison Sawyer, Siri Ural, Amy Zhang. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to the newly inducted members of the Ontario Gallery Chapter. I now call Ananya Arvind to announce the recipients of the honor cords of the class of 2022.
Hello, my name is Ananya Arvind and I'm a junior. I would like to ask all senior members of the Spanish National Honor Society to come forward to the pit area, face the stage, and wait for your name to be called to receive your honor cord. Please hold your applause until the end. Arohi Bhumik, Anna Cardani, Viksha Gangaraju, Isabel George, Evan Ginsberg, Karish Gupta, Liam Marr, Kira Marshall, Allison Sawyer, Carolyn Salvamini, Sandra Vishnu, and Amy Zhang. A round of applause to our senior members of the class of 2022.
Big congratulations to the Spanish Honor Society members. Now moving swiftly onwards, we are going to transition to the Chinese National Honor Society. The Shrewsbury High School chapter of the Chinese National Honor Society was founded in 2015 by Liu Laoshe. This organization promotes the study of Mandarin as well as Chinese culture through various activities within our community. Here to conduct the induction ceremony for the Chinese National Honor Society is President Hannah Mock and Mrs. Ye, who will be awarding certificates to the inductees. Good evening. My name is Hannah Mock. I will be attending the University of Virginia or Boston College this fall. I now ask all inductees to stand in a straight line in the pit area below and face the stage. Please repeat the oath that I will read and state your name accordingly. 我莫君瑜很荣幸成为全美中文荣誉学会的会员，我愿意继续努力学习中文，了解中国文化，为世界的和平和繁荣而努力。When you hear your name, please come to the stage to receive your certificate as a newly inducted member of the Society. Please hold your applause till all names have been called. Alexander Anderson, Claire Bailey, Camden Carl, Joshua Huang, Jalen Cahill, Asmi Nijhawan, Kira Tomset, Isabel Zhao, and Jessie Jung. You are all now inducted to the National Chinese Honor Society 2022-23 chapter. Congratulations. I would now like to call Fatima Adnan, Vice President of the Honor Society, to announce the recipients of the honor cords of the class of 2022.
Hello, my name is Fatima Adnan, and I'm a junior and Vice President of the Society. I would now like to ask all senior members of the Chinese National Honor Society to come forward to the pit area, face the stage, and wait for your name to be called to receive your honor cord. Penelope Crosby, Roma Khanna, David Meyer, Hannah Mock, Abigail Person, Nick Nguyen, Chinmay Rana, William Shi, Matthew Swaim, and Neil Wong.
Congratulations to members of the Chinese National Honor Society. Now moving onward to the French National Honor Society. The Shrewsbury High School chapter of the French National Honor Society promotes the study of the French language and Francophone cultures. Here to conduct the induction ceremony for the French National Honor Society is President and Advisor Ms. Plord, who will be President Dixie Hahn, correct? Yes, President Dixie Hahn and Advisor Ms. Plord, who will be awarding certificates to the inductees.
Good evening. My name is Sissy Hun. I will be attending Duke or Brown University in the fall. I now ask all inductees to stand in a straight line in the pit area below and face the stage. La course du flambeau est une cérémonie qui avait lieu à Athènes dans la Grèce antique. Pour cette solennité, des citoyens s'espaçaient formant une sorte de chaîne. Le premier allumait un flambeau à l'autel, courait le transmettre à un second, qui le transmettait à un troisième, et ainsi de main en main, chaque citoyen courait sans regarder en arrière, préserve la flamme qu'il allait remettre à un autre. Platon a reconnu dans cette course du flambeau l'image des générations de la vie. Répétez après moi. Avoir une autre langue, c'est posséder une deuxième âme.
When you hear your name, please come to the stage to receive your certificate as a newly inducted member of the Society. Please hold your applause till all names have been called. Shally Albert, Vivian Almeida Barros de Souza, Ankita Goswami, Arnav Gupta, Anel Jima Afram, Maya Kazbekar, Alicia Kim, Gayatri Kondavathini, Trishna Nikte, Sean O'Connor, Rishith Prathi, Leah Rabinovich, Misbah Sakib, Naga Vikram. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to the newly inducted members of the I now call President-elect Malik Jaluli to announce the recipients of the honor cords of the class of 2022.
All right. Good evening. My name is Malik, and I'm a junior. I'd like to ask all senior members of the French National Honor Society to come forward to the pit area, face the stage, and wait for your name to be called and receive your award. Aditya Deshpande, Deeptha Ganesh, Mahati Gopinathan, Sissy Khan, Zainab Irfan, Nicole Kardimitriou, Helen Liu, Ashna Makutar. I'm going way too fast. Sarah Muse, Nishita Roy, Amit Shenoy, Ella Stepanikis, Ann Titus, and Kishirja Ramanujan. Okay. A round of applause to our senior members of class 2022.
Congratulations to the French National Honor Society. Finally, we would like to recognize the advisors for their hard work and dedication this year. Please come forward to receive a token of our appreciation. Dr. Heather Thompson, Mr. Evan Sui, Kimberly Ford, and Yulao Sher. And a big thank you to Senor Almeida for putting this all together. Once again, I'd like like to thank you all for joining us tonight at the first and soon-to-be annual World Language Awards Night. Congratulations, everyone.
One more round of applause for Rhea Kanzra for speech and debate, who did a phenomenal job. Terrific orator. Thank you so much. Congratulations, parents, students, teachers, and let's go World Languages. Thank you.